Well, hey, you're here. You've made it. Hoorah! And where is here, you may ask? This is the MindGriller Server, and I'm GravityFiller, and this is Cow. And where precisely are we? Also a good question. Cow and I are next to this residence hotel here in a bayou. Now, the more retentive among you may remember that last time we saw spooky phantoms in the attic, which made Cow not want to sleep inside anymore. I can't blame him. So he decided to sleep out here. And whilst Cow and I were outside, I saw something quite interesting. Now, maybe you have noticed it in the background too. Cow was first to point out that in the distance here is a warm ocean ruin. I'm quite curious if therein lies something of interest. As you may know, I've been rifling through the barrels in the front lawn searching for supplies. And in so doing, I believe I came across a copper brush. Let's go see. As you may know, when you land in a boat or a raft, entities take 0 damage. I wonder if Mojang will consider this OP. I don't know how likely it is though. The landing with 0 damage is a sort of unbelievably cute thing, which makes it very Minecrafty. Where did I see it? Now look here, a copper brush. Exactly what I need for our little adventure today. Are you excited? I'm excited. I know Cow's excited. Cow loves to take a trip on the raft. It's a little bit like a dog in the back of a station wagon with their ears flapping in traffic. Now it's a good thing that rafts don't have doors or windows, because you know, Cow's head sticking out the window and then there would be all the slobber down the side of the door. It could present quite a traffic hazard. Anyways, now if I may share some personal history about Cow, which the most clever among you may have already realized, it is likely that Cow is a dairy cow. In warm, humid climates such as this, it's typical that Brahman cattle are more popular. Brahman cattle are generally larger and more muscular than dairy breeds. They have a distinctive hump over their shoulders, loose skin, and large drooping ears. They also have about 4 times more sweat glands than other cattle breeds, making them exceptionally well adapted to hot and humid climates like this. Although Brahman cows do produce milk, they are not typically used as dairy cows. It turns out their milk has a higher fat content and is produced in lower quantities compared to specialized dairy breeds. They also have a greater resistance to parasites and oh, we're here! Look, a warm ocean ruin. Now, Cow, I hope you don't feel that me sharing personal information about you is a violation of the Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act. Now, it would be a violation if I were to mention that you possibly may have Brahman genes in your DNA. I mean, nothing personal, but this still is the matter of those horns. Anyways. Now, the most clever among you may be asking yourselves, why did GravityFiller and Cow come here? It is my understanding, and take that for what it's worth, that underneath this ruined ocean temple can lie suspicious sand. And when I brush suspicious sand with, well, a brush, it's possible that I can get some goodies. Now look here, just like that, I got a piece of wheat and a sniffer egg. And do my eyes deceive me? What do I see? It's a lump of coal? Ugh. Ah, well, hope springs eternal. There's another suspicious sand right here. And it is. Look, it's another sniffer egg. A wheat, a lump of coal, and 2 sniffer eggs. That's quite good. Hey, now, whilst I've been entranced with the thought of getting goody goods, the nighttime has fallen upon us. This can be quite dangerous. I think it's time for Cow and I to head back. Now, I'm a bit relieved to see that the levees here are quite high. Some of your great-grandparents may have a recollection of that once upon a time a terrible hurricane hit Louisiana, and the slow and inadequate government response made things worse. Now, don't ask me, there was something about a holiday and a commemorative day in California and a flyover on the way back and a brownie that did a heck of a job. I don't know. Now, if you were to put all these things into a pot and stir it up, you'd end up with an emblematic gumbo of perceived failures, the legacy of which persists to this day. Now, the most loyal viewers among you, and that means both of you, will certainly know that we tend to keep things light and breezy here. But the heat and high humidity and the waterways, which are below sea level, are all contributing to my lack of joviality. If Cow and I can just make it back safely into the residence hotel, we can settle in for a nice game of Yahtzee next to the fireplace. And despite Cow's protestations, a grote slat is only 40 points. Anyways, the matter at hand is to get off this raft and into the hotel safely. Look here, a portrait of two smiling idiots. Now, Cow, when have I ever steered you wrong? On purpose. Anyways, first things first, let's get you out of this raft. Now, this water's a little bit briny. Blah. I have to get the raft. We may need it again later. Okay, now, you and me, let's get to the coast. Be careful not to step on any crawdads. Cow, I see you're a little bit reluctant, but we're gonna have to come this way in order to get into the hotel again. I think the best path to success here is to quickly make a break for it. Now I hear the rattling of skeleton bones and the moans of zombies. Not exactly what one wants to hear at night, but here we are, Cow. We're making a run for it. Hurry, come this way. We'll go over to the side and we trick them. We'll do a sort of dodge and weave. The more they're confused, the less they can track us. I think I've successfully lured them away from the front door. Now we have to just run back. I know the phantoms in the attic were giving you quite a scare, but I believe we'll be safe downstairs. Look at this. Quite clever, aren't we? Cow, come on inside. It's safer in here. Uh-oh, Cow, now you've tracked a spider into the hotel. I don't know if it's going to try and come inside. Uh-oh, there it is. Whoops, I wish I was better at doing crits. Now, these spiders are not dangerous by themselves, but by the rules of attrition, they can make you weak enough that then one of these zombies can one-shot you. And no one wants that. Some of you may be aware that a critical hit deals 50% extra damage compared to a normal hit with the same weapon. That is to say, the formula for critical hit damage is critical hit damage equals base damage plus the product of 0.5 times base damage. But of course, I bet you knew that already. Now, somewhere in one of these barrels, I'm hoping to find some dice so Cow and I can play Yahtzee. Look here, as you may have noticed, the residents of this hotel have a lot of resources. I'm not exactly sure where they all came from, but they are quite rich. The most observant among you may have noticed Cow and I like to travel quite lightly. And hey, it just occurred to me. With recent changes to Minecraft, now Cow and I can ride together on the same raft. Then we can pull a raft with chests behind us. This means that Cow and I are not limited to the items that fit in my pockets. Now, I'm not 100% certain this will work, but we can try tomorrow morning. And what the prime beef is going on here? Cow, how did you end up outside again? I'm getting quite worried that your AI has been leading you astray. Unless there's some secret reason that you want to stay outside that has nothing to do with phantoms in the attic. Anyways. Now, Cow, if I promise you that we don't go to the attic, will you come inside? There are quite a few mobs out here, and I don't think any of them like me very much. These skeletons and zombies have a one-track mind, and I think it involves me dying. Now, the cleverest among you may be wondering which hostile mob is the most dangerous. As it turns out, Mojang does not publish such data. I would propose to you the unpopular proposition that more players die more often from skeletons. Skeletons are particularly dangerous. This is due to their ranged attacks and ability to stun lock players in unfavorable positions. They are often noted as the most frequent source of player fatalities. Now, Cow, I know you were quite excited to beat me at Yahtzee. Your imaginative manner of addition notwithstanding, I have decided to acknowledge your fear of phantoms in the attic. As you know, and the cleverest among us may also know, you and I usually don't sleep through the night. But Cow, based on your fear of phantoms and my current lack of dry sponges, I've decided to sleep through the night. Now, Cow, seeing as how you are my best friend, and I would like it to stay that way, I would like to ask, no judgment, that you do your best to make sure that I don't wake up with damp toes. All right, pleasant dreams. Sleep tight and don't let the bed bugs bite.
We call out the douchebags. They know real. We lead back. They know real. We clap back for living. We douchebags. They know real. We lead back. They know real. We clap back for living. the douchebags. Come here. Clap, clap. We call out the douchebags. They know real. We meet bags. They know real. We clap back for a living. We douchebags. They know real. We meet bags. They know real. We clap back for a living. We call out the douchebags. They know real. We meet bags. They know real. We clap back for a living.
Well, hey, do you ever wake up in the middle of a dream that you can't remember? Now it just happened to me. And in my dream, which I can't remember, I kept hearing spooky noises up in the attic. It could be just me, but I think the noises are louder over here. Now wait a cotton picking minute, a secret ladder. The regular viewers of this channel, and that means both of you, will know that there's no ladder I won't climb. Where am I? What? Oh, look, there's someone up here. Did you hear that? I just heard it again. And there's more ladder to climb. Now, I wish Cow was with me, but he's not very good with ladders. What is this place with Enderman and... No! Curses and fiddly sticks. With this unfortunate death, which may or may not be in one of my dreams, along with Cow's bone-chilling separation anxiety and propensity for sleepwalking, it is with a heavy heart that we must now say our goodbyes. Goodbye, so long, see you later. Totsies, Totso.